Hello, I'm Chana Wiley. I am the sister of Jaron Thomas. I'm from Columbus's east side. And I just want to share a personal story about Jaron. I know a lot of people have lifted his name up during this event today, but the response from Columbus Police Department to my brother Jaron Thomas was just out of control. He was in a mental health crisis and he called for help. He thought the ambulance were going to come and help him, but instead they were told to sit on Oakland Park in Medina and just wait for the police to finish doing what they did to him, which is brutally beating him until he was unconscious and he coded in the front yard of my other brother's house. Anyways, I was talking to my brother about a half hour before it happened, and I just told him, just take a cold shower. I know you're not feeling good, but it's your disease. It's not true. Whatever you're thinking, someone's after you, you're scared, nothing's going to happen. Just take a shower, try to calm down if you need to, get the medical attention, and I'll meet you at the hospital. Police have been dispatched to the house before because he had had the same mental crisis before. So they knew him, and they knew he was nonviolent. He doesn't even have a record of violence, never did. But I got another call about 40 minutes later, 50 minutes later from another officer or sheriff and said, "Hey, you sound like you're asleep." And I'm like, "No, who is this?" And he tells me who he is. And he's like, "Well, your brother's at Riverside getting x-rays." And I said, "Well, why are you calling me?" Because he's been to Riverside before and he's gotten treated on their psych unit for having a crisis. So he said, "Well, it sounds like you're asleep. Just go back to bed." And I just went up there immediately, and a social worker called me when I was on my way out the door and said, "I don't know if you know, but he coded. This is very serious, and I don't know what he said to you." So I went there, and a nurse greeted me and told me what to expect when I walk in the room. So I was mentally prepared to see what he looked like, and all he wanted was help. And he was not aggressive towards these officers, and he got beaten unconscious, and he was on life support, and he passed away maybe 5 or 6 days later due to all of his organs shutting down. De-escalation didn't happen. That CIT training that's not mandatory, I do agree with everyone else. It needs to be mandatory. When I see an officer and I see the CIT badge on him, I do feel proud. I'm like, okay, well, he's doing it. Why can't everyone else do it? Whether he applies it when he's out in the field, I don't know. But another point is I called the precinct and whoever was in charge at the precinct that dispatched the officers to the call of my brother, and he told me that boy's not hurt. There's nothing wrong with him. He was hurt before he came out the house, and he treated me as if I was a criminal and I was lying, and I just wanted answers. So after going back and forth with him, I said, "Well, let me know what's my next step before I get off the phone. What do I do next? Are you guys going to contact me, or do I contact you?" As I'm looking at my brother. And the last thing he told me is, "Nobody cares." And he hung up the phone. And that's coming from the top.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you.